Welcome to Manchester View here. We go Manchester United transfer and insider team news. Let's dive to some of deal done revealed by Fabrizio Romano to and from Manchester United, Patrick Dorga done heaven. Rash forward to Aston Villa. Tell deal off. Man United forced to pursue Nkunku as Bayern reject two bids. Manchester United and Bayern Munich have stopped their negotiations over Mathys Tel after two rejected bids. The Frenchman's bizarre January has taken another huge twist. On Sunday afternoon, Tel consented to a move to Man United after snubbing a €60 million permanent transfer to Tottenham earlier in the week. However, as was already acknowledged when the news broke, negotiations between the club were complicated. Man United, firmly in line with Tel's desire, had made a loan offer. Bayern, though, rebuffed the approach and demanded a permanent deal or at least a loan with an obligation to buy. R.E. Bayern, who need to raise funds after a summer of lavish spending, have likely been left frustrated by Tel's earlier decision to reject Tottenham, which would have seen the Bavarians make a €40 million profit on a player who has struggled to establish himself in the first team. Now, Ben Jacobs and Sky Germany report that talks between Man United and Bayern are completely off after the Bundesliga giants rejected a second, improved bid for Tel. Man United to focus on Nkunku? Man United could still look to revive the talks on deadline day Monday. But as things stand, Tel will not be moving to Old Trafford this month. Arsenal, on the other hand, still continue to court the Frenchman, although it is not clear if he is open to the move as he wants guarantees of game time. Man UTD's failure to land the 19-year-old means that they will now focus on different options. Before the news of the collapse broke, Ben Jacobs urged supporters to keep an eye on the situation of Chelsea forward Christopher Nkunku. The Red Devils hold an interest in Tel's compatriot, although so far little has developed on that front due to Chelsea's €70 million asking price. However, a swap deal with Alejandro Garnacho had previously been mooted. Journalist reveals Man United will pursue ideal EPL star on deadline day. Manchester United are expected to launch a deadline day onslaught on Chelsea's versatile striker Christopher Nkunku. The Red Devils have finally parted ways with their youth academy product Marcus Rashford, who completed his transfer to Aston Villa. Therefore, United have been left with one less attacker, even though one who's been on the outs over the last 45 days or so. Therefore, the Premier League giants have been examining their options on the market, and this includes Mathys Tel, who emerged as their primary target in recent days. The Bayern Munich teenager asked to leave the club in January as he seeks regular playing time, and even the club's sporting director Christoph Freund admitted that the striker's future remains up in the air. But while many sources, including Sky Sports, believe that signing Tel is unlikely at this stage, British journalist Ben Jacobs believes Man United have an alternative track in the shape of Nkunku. Keep an eye on Christopher Nkunku if Manchester United don't land Mathys Tel. Efforts today to progress things with Bayern, but still a chance that United make an approach for Nkunku. Ruben Amorim has all but admitted that Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee aren't good enough to lead the line for Manchester United. The Red Devils spent €116.4 million to bring the pair to the club, but they have only scored a combined 5 Premier League goals so far this season. And Man United are actively looking to bring a new striker to the club in 2025. Victor Gyökeres and Mathys Tel have all been linked with a move to Old Trafford this year as Amorim searches for a long-term solution to the club's biggest problem position. Amorim's desperation for a new striker was seen in a new light with his team selection for Man UTD's Premier League clash against Crystal Palace on Sunday. Højlund and Zirkzee were both named on the substitutes bench at Old Trafford, with Kobbie Mainoo deployed in an unfamiliar false 9 role instead. The England international excelled as a number 10 during Man UTD's 2-0 win over FCSB in the Europa League on Thursday, and he was selected in an even more advanced position versus Oliver Glasner's side. Mainoo has only scored 6 goals in 58 senior appearances during his short career to date, yet Amorim decided he would be a better fit as a central striker than either Højlund or Zirkzee. What has Ruben Amorim said about Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee? When asked why Mainoo was selected ahead of Højlund and Zirkzee against Crystal Palace, Amorim told reporters, "It's more understanding the opponent, understanding our team, what we feel that is missing in this moment, and then create a different reference for the opponent, especially when you play a game that is system against system, and it is a clear game of duels. We will try to do different things to create more chances." Manchester United insider Shocking Team News Ruben Amorim said he fears Manchester United defender Lisandro Martinez suffered a serious injury after being taken off on a stretcher during Sunday's 2-0 Premier League defeat against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Argentina international Martinez was substituted in the 82nd minute after lengthy treatment on the pitch, following a seemingly innocuous challenge, with Palace forward Ismail Assar. The former Ajax player has suffered 2 prolonged layoffs since arriving at United in 2022 with metatarsal and knee injuries, and coach Amram said he now expects Martinez to face another long spell on the sidelines. Licha Martinez is really important for us, not just as a player, but as a character, Amram said. I think it's a bad situation. Let's wait and see with the doctor, but I think it is serious. Lisandro Martinez was in clear pain as he was taken off on a stretcher in Man United's defeat to Crystal Palace. We are going to see in the next days, but I think it is a serious situation. He felt it, and when you are a player, you know when it is something serious. We are here to help him in this difficult moment, like he has helped us. United suffered their 7th home Premier League defeat of the season, the same number of home losses as when the club were relegated in 1973-74, and are now 13th in the table. Amram said that the loss against Oliver Glasner's side was avoidable due to defensive mistakes for both goals. It was a hard day for team and fans, he said. We lose again and suffer 2 goals that we can avoid. It's normal for the fans to feel negative. It is a hard season for them, but football can change in certain moments. I will prepare the next game and move forward. Better things will come. Marcus Rashford sends Man United message as Aston Villa complete deal with big get-out clause. Marcus Rashford has completed his move to Aston Villa on loan for the rest of the season, and both clubs can feel pretty pleased at the deal, with all the terms revealed and with the player speaking out on the move and the player quickly sending Manchester United a message. The 27-year-old has finally settled his future after a long-running saga that saw him hold talks with several overseas clubs, only for Unai Emery's side to step in late last week and quickly agree terms on a loan move that could become a permanent £40 million deal in the summer. In his first words since signing with the club, Rashford has explained how joining Aston Villa was an easy decision. I would like to thank Manchester United and Aston Villa for making this loan deal happen, he wrote on Instagram. I was lucky to have a few clubs approach me, but Aston Villa was an easy decision. I really admire the way that Aston Villa have been playing the season and the manager's ambitions. I just want to play football and am excited to get started. Villa have agreed to cover a minimum 75% of the player's £325,000 a week deal, rising to 90% depending on performance-based bonuses. That means Manchester United are sparing themselves a hefty weekly expense, meaning if he performs to his best, they will only be on the hook to cover just £32,500 every 7 days. As a compromise, Villa are not paying a loan fee for Rashford and have secured the option to make the move permanent in the summer, rather than the obligation United were initially looking for. That fee, should Villa decide to take them up on it, will be worth £40 million, though the fact there is a big get-out clause was both crucial to Villa in those negotiations, and now means the player will have to work to prove himself, rather than resting on his laurels.ad. Both sides are understood to be happy with those terms, with Ruben Amram also making his feelings clear on the matter. Amram denies Marcus Rashford transfer embarrassment. Amram was asked on Sunday if he would feel embarrassed should Rashford start performing to his best for his new side. That question arrived in the wake of another home defeat on Sunday, this time to Crystal Palace. Humiliating? It's not embarrassing. When you loan a player, you expect him to play and to improve, so there is nothing humiliating there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe for more updates.